it's your girl, the Polished Lady, and I'm checking in from the Town. I am here with BMF Starz, Lil Zane, and Myles Bullock. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for y'all time. I appreciate y'all so very much. Go ahead and talk to us about your characters. Lil Zane, you play Sockie, and then Myles, you play Slick.
Yeah.
And talk to me about the experience on BMF and how you just have been enjoying the ride in the show.
Well, for me, Lil Zane talking for me, amazing. Just working with great people like 50 Cent and Tasha and Randy and people like Myles. It's been nothing but a learning experience for me, a blessing, all of the same. At times it don't even feel like work because much fun doing it, and you're so excited because you know how important this project is for the culture that just being part of it is amazing to me. I love playing my character Sockie. Sockie is it reminds me a lot of me in real life. It reminds me of myself, just loyal, loves his crew, loves his family, and trustworthy type of person. So I really resonate with this character. I've never played like Sockie before ever in my life. So, it's just good to just finally be able to, be somebody else, but also know that it's a true story and know that, this is a real person I've never played somebody else before. So to know that you're playing somebody else, it just gives you that extra pressure to like, just try to knock it out and just be as dope as you can, as great as you can. So, it's been a great experience for me. What about you,
Myles? You've been killing it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, man, it's been crazy. Actually, playing Slick was a blessing, man. It was so much fun. I really tried to bring as much fun to the character as possible. Tasha Smith and Randy Huggins, who was the writer and showrunner, they both allowed me to like improv a lot. So a lot of what I said is I actually made up like 85% of the stuff that I was saying. All the crazy stuff I was saying was on me. And I just really like allowed the lines that they wrote to like really inspire me. It wasn't like what they wrote was bad or anything. It was just like, no, what y'all wrote was dope. And it's making me think about saying this. What y'all think about this? And so then they would just let me say it. And then for the whole show, I was just saying wild stuff all the time. And it really just allowed me to create a character that people were able to connect with and really enjoy. And so that when he was taken out, people were like, oh, no, dog, that's my favorite character. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun seeing people's reactions and people's responses. And as an artist, man, you can't ask for anything other than that. It's just been a lot of fun.
You telling me that when you was in the diner and you was giving him love advice for a girl, like that was all you, or that was script? Tell me.
So that was me and the script meeting together. Like I made up a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? Me telling him like bitches like music and me just being me talking mess, you know what I mean? That was me for sure. And all the mess of me when I was getting beat up by Terry and B Mickey and me talking about his eye and all that stuff, that was on me. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Right. So, Lil Zane, you come from a music background, and I just want to jump right into it because the song Rain has been on my timeline going crazy. Like, all I see in memes is like everybody talking about you can't stop the rain. So tell me, what are your thoughts and how the world has been perceiving that song and that scene?
I actually got I actually wrote a song too. I got a song called
Rain, yeah.
Future and Slick in the video.
Yeah.
So, it's just been exciting, man. Seeing that song just all over my timeline. The song has probably went 10 million more platinums since the show came out. But it also just shows you how connected the fans are. It shows you how connected the fans are. Like, I can't go nowhere without somebody saying that song to me, like, or somebody saying, I'm just in the grocery store and people be like, what we gonna do about Lamar, man? I'm like, bro, this is real life. I'm not acting right now. Like, so people are really invested in this show and they feel like they feel like the 50 Boys. They feel like they want Lamar gone. They were mad when Slick left. Like, they expressed this to me. So it's crazy, man. It's been crazy, and people are really, really, really tuned into each character. Like, you got a character. If you don't like my character, you love Slick's character. If you don't like, it's a character for everybody on there, and I think music just ties in because you're not even gonna be able to hear that song anymore without thinking of.
Absolutely.
Like, you cannot think of the song. That's how you know you have an impact and that people are tuned in because the little kid, the teenagers don't know that song that was out 50 years ago. I got 17-year-old girls coming up talking about some you can't stop the rain. Oh, like we're doing some things out here, man, and it's just amazing that like from teenagers to my grandma can enjoy this show and be invested in it. And I think that's just amazing. It's really dope.
And so, like, I was gonna say this question for last, but now that we're talking about music, let's just hop into it. Y'all, both of y'all unbiased opinion, which has the best intro song? Is it BMF or is it Power from 50 Cent's creation? I need to know what y'all think.
Everybody likes, everybody loves the original because it's the original. It's the first. It's the first thing. It's the first one. First one was a banger. You had Joe. He was you know what I'm saying?
But that do one, just wish me luck.
Oh,
Uncle Charlie, yes.
Uncle Charlie on it, you can't even compare it because Uncle Charlie is on Wish Me Luck.
Like, so 50 Cent pulled out all the stops for BMF. He pulled out legends for BMF. And you can't like, you know what I'm saying? And BMF wins.
BMF wins.
BMF
wins.
That's unbiased, y'all.
That's up. Didn't you just hear the analysis? We started from A to B and we got to C and we was like, it's D. So no, BMF is it. BMF is where it's at. Unbiased. Power's great. Unbiased. BMF better. Unbiased.
Okay, and then so also I got to go to the Atlanta premiere for BMF. I definitely felt inspired. Tell me about the story and how it relates or correlates a little bit with your life. Either one of you can take the question.
I mean, well, one, the Atlanta premiere was inspiring. It was inspiring for me, and I was in the show. Like, it was inspiring just to see all that Black love, all that Black joy, everybody coming together to celebrate this story, celebrate these people, and to have just a good time, and to have that concert like that. That was cracking after the episode was aired. I mean, that was amazing. 50 Cent really did his thing with that. So that was amazing. And honestly, when you talk about perseverance, like I really connect the perseverance to this story, like in the sense of just doing what you need to do to provide for your family, to provide for your kids, to put food on the table. Like, us as, we're all Black right here. We all understand what that means, to have to hustle and find a way to monetize ourselves, find what we good at and make money at it, so that's just real. And I think that anybody can connect to that. So that's what I take away from it, for sure.
Man, definitely. What I take away from it is just these two kids, the love that the family have for themselves. I come from a loving family, and I had my mom and my dad here, but I made a lot of bad choices. I was the oldest of the four, so I was the example. Like, if the trouble was gonna be done with me, you're like, so I got the first ass, the last ass with. Like, I was always the one in trouble. So, but again, just coming from a loving family, you would think that I didn't have no mom and dad, some of the stuff I was doing, but I had a mom and dad. I just chose to do what I did because I saw another way for myself. And that's how I can relate to this story that, this is not a story about two kids that were growing up without no loving parents. These parents loved them. And a lot of times, parents put so much pressure on themselves, when the kids don't do what the vision they have for them. And it's like, damn, I failed. Or like, you see in this show, it wasn't the parents doing nothing wrong. It was just these two boys had a mission. They saw their life going another way. They wanted more than what their parents could provide with them. It wasn't their parents were bad. It was just, or they didn't have parents. They wanted more for themselves and for their parents. So I take away from it a story about love, a story about leadership. It takes a lot to step up and to be the oldest in the family, the oldest boy, and to step up and say, you know what, I'm going to pay the rent. I'm gonna make sure my sister go on that trip. You know what I mean? That's how I was as a kid. Like, you know, I dealt with drugs in my family. My mom and dad, at one point, at the highest point of my career, my mom and dad was strung out on drugs. You know, so I would come home giving them money sometimes to feed my brother and come back. My brother and sister like, we ain't eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then I had to start giving directly to my brother. I had to give the money directly to my brothers to make sure they got it. So that's kind of like what Meech was doing with his sister. You get what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't get to the mom and the dad because they was like, oh, the dad wasn't trying to hear. So he would have to go straight to the sister. So I can relate at that point to where just a kid, the oldest of the family, just feeling like I felt an obligation to provide and to help my mom and dad, even though they wasn't asking me for help. They wasn't asking me for help. I just felt obligated because I was smart and I wasn't blind. I seen that we was living in some crazy situations and I wanted more. So I just feel like that's how Meech felt. Like Terry felt. Like, you know, I know what I'm doing. I'm probably writing y'all, but it's money's coming in and I'm not having to work. You don't have to work as hard. You know what I'm saying? So in a kid's eyes, you don't feel like nothing wrong at that point. 18 and you know, you got drug money, you're taking care of bills. In your mind, you're not doing nothing wrong. At that age when I was balling out, I didn't feel like I was doing nothing wrong because I felt like I was making money. I was helping my mom pay bills. So my mom, in my eyes, I was doing something good, but you know, I wasn't. You know, I was selling drugs. That's never good. So I could relate in that point of just the love and the leadership that showed for his family.
Got you, Myles.
Yeah, no, I feel like I answered it before him, but yeah, but basically I feel like it was just like just taking away the sense of just determination and this resilience and just being just like, you know, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna provide for my family. I'm gonna provide for my folks, and like regardless of, you know, whether or not people like my decision, I'm gonna make the hard decisions. I'm gonna make these hard choices, and I'm gonna get this money. And I'm gonna put some food on the table. Like that's important, and I feel like anybody can connect to that.
And I'm not gonna regret anything. Like I don't think Meech regret. Remember at the beginning he said I wouldn't regret it. But the only thing he said he regret is putting his brother in that car. But like really, just making decisions when you that young, just knowing like you did this because you really felt in your heart it was the right. Like you were really trying to provide for your family. At that point, you don't feel like you're doing wrong. You feel like you're surviving. Yeah. And this is a story about two kids that were trying to survive. And if you ever been to Detroit, it's not a pretty city, you know. So you know, to even come out like that on top is, you got to commend them because it's like, it's hard. Detroit is a hard city. When I went there, it was just all abandoned buildings. Even right now, Detroit is full of abandoned buildings with tons of black kids. Tons, but it's nowhere to play. It's nowhere to live. All the buildings are tore up. So, you know, you can only imagine the things that they were dealing with, and you know, and a lot of them I can relate to. The question was like, how do I relate? I can relate to that. You know, a lot of us grew up in the same situations.
Okay. And Myles, I'm gonna ask you, your character Slick, everybody's been wanting to know, how could you grab the gun but not shoot Lamar? What is going on? Like you went back in the room.
I know. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly.
That's when you know black people about to tell you a real good story.
So this is what happened. This is a good story. This is what happened. I didn't write it. Okay. No, look, at the end of the day, man, look, you know, Slick, I think that's a part of what makes the scene so great, what makes the scene so memorable, what makes it so controversial, why it is such a thing to talk about, because there's so many ways that people would have rather it had happened, you know what I mean? Because realistically, I think somebody like Slick probably would have maybe attempted to pull it out, but then like if you get stabbed, I don't know if the pain and the adrenaline of that situation is gonna allow. So I mean, there's so many ways that it can go, and I just love the fact that people are having a conversation about it, because that means that it made a lasting impact on people. But also, like, you know, I didn't write this shit, you know what I'm saying? And look, if I did, I would have made it. I promise.
All right.
I would have made it out. I promise you that. You wouldn't be asking me that question. the rain would have stopped. I would have said I have an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? We would have been good. You know what I mean? Now the rain is pouring, and my man Slick got wet up. So that's just what it was. You know what I mean? And it is. But you know, we
He was a valuable player because you brought back his daughter and everything. Like, how could they do that to you?
Hey man, I asked him the same questions. I asked him the same question. You see how long it took for me to die because I was trying to give them opportunities to save my. And so they kept. I was like, you can tell them stop, you cut. But nah, they were still trying to get me out of there. They got me out of there. So, but it was just a lot of fun. I mean, you know, I think the fun of it is just people talking about it and people like, hey, my DMs are full of people asking me that same question. How come you didn't shoot him? How come you got the gun? You should have hit him with the blicky, dog. Why you had the camera? You had that fire. How come you didn't hit him with the fire, bro? You know, all that stuff. Why you ain't hit him with the fire, bro? Why you ain't hit him with the fire? I'm like, look, dog, I ain't write this shit, man. Come on, man. But I'm like, I feel you though. Like the love of it is like greatly appreciated. I got somebody singing me the song right now in my DMs. Like I guarantee when I go on Instagram, I got the song being sang to me in my DMs right now. People ask me why you telling me I got my water cut off and all that. So it's a lot of
never heard that analogy ever in my life. If you cut somebody's water off, the writing was crazy.
Writing.
Crazy.
That's saying now in the world, like cut your water off. Like that's the new saying now.
Yes, definitely. Okay, and then my last question to you guys is, what are you excited to see as an outcome of BMF's story being told? Even though a couple of the scenes, you know, are written, but what else are you excited to see?
Well, I mean, I'm just excited to see it play out. I'm excited to see how the audience responds to what happens in these next 2 episodes. You know, me and Zane, we know what happens. You know what I mean? So like for us, it's just like we're just waiting for y'all to see what happens. You know what I mean? Like
right.
we're waiting for y'all to see what happens and see y'all reactions so y'all can ask us more crazy questions that we don't have the answers to. But we looking for y'all, and I'm just looking forward for everything to play out. The show, the next 2 episodes are going crazy. It's about to get real wild. Slick's about to come back to life as a zombie and eat everybody. It's about to be crazy. And I'm trying to tell everybody that. But no, man, it's just the next episode is about to be amazing. It's about to be really crazy.
Slick comes back as a zombie.
Yeah, he take him out one by one.
That's so funny. Hey man, I want people to just you know, I'm expecting for it to get crazy. You know, they killed my man Slick. They killed Slick. So I know the world is like, what the hell? You know, I felt like he was like the comic relief of the show. So now it's like, what are you gonna do to kill that boy? Because I think people are loving that. And then it was like, you know, B Mickey's trading, Kato's trading, Lamar wilding out, Sockie's showing up late to spots. What's gonna happen? I think it's gonna be full of just twists and turns, and you know, I don't want to give it away, but you see where this season is going right now. These next 2 episodes are really, really important. So if you're a viewer and you're watching this, you gotta really, really, really pay attention to the 7th and 8th episode because it's gonna set you up for season 2. So you know, I'm just excited about it, man. There's a lot going on. I just expect more twists and turns. I expect Lamar to get a little more reckless. He already wilding, so you know.
I know it's true. It got to be true because you know y'all didn't show an episode last Sunday. I was already hurt, so I had to go rewatch.
Yeah. I don't know what happens, but I'm sure Pat ain't too happy about everybody going their separate ways, and you know.
Yeah, it's about to get wild. It's about to get real wild.
It's to get real wild. Cash Dog's wilding. Monique is wilding. I say Cash Dog.
Everybody about to get their chance to get theirs, man. I will say that there will be chances to be gotten. So let's just see who takes.
And I shows, man. You watch shows before. Kalia. What's your name? Is it Keela?
Keela. Yeah, but I know by the polished lady in the city. That's how they know me.
You watch shows before. You know this is crazy right now. Like just when you think you figured it out, the writers find a way to throw you off with another twist. So I just feel like season 2 is going to be full of twists, man. You might get Slick coming back. Slick got a twin brother, something that come back to revenge his death or something. I don't know. It's a lot of just crazy possibilities.
Yeah. That's so tight, and I can't wait for everybody to watch. I can't wait to see. I thank you guys so much for y'all time. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in with me.
Thank you for having us. It was great being with you.
Having so professional, you're so amazing, and you're Black. I love it.
Oh, thanks. Are we cutting the recording? Can we cut the recording? Because I want to tell y'all something.
Yeah, you right.
Hey, hey, Slick, we saw so many beautiful, powerful Black women interviewing us today. Like, I just want to say, like, women are taking over. Like, you got, like, I'm a, what do you call it? I'm a feminist, dog. I'm about women.
Yeah.
I'm proud of women taking over, and because I believe that, you know, I got sisters, I got a daughter. So, you know, just to see how many people interviewed us today, and like, the majority of them was women. Like, y'all are taking over.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Congratulations to you on everything you do.
Doing your thing, Keela. You're doing your thing.
Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to say, like, yeah, I went to a because, you know, they didn't want me to take the day off to come to the premiere, but it was like an opportunity to be on the red carpet. But I had to make sure it was real before I left because, you know, I got a 3-year-old son and I'm an entrepreneur, YouTuber, and stuff like that. So just to even be able to interview with you guys right now is just like, well, you know, God's gonna give you all the opportunities that you need. You just gotta wait your turn. And I'm so glad that this happened. God is good. And I got a new job, y'all. So don't be worried about me. Like, I got a new job and I interview people for my job. So God is good.
So you your job, so you're getting practice on the thing that you're doing. Look, man, God works in the craziest ways.
Hey, won't he though? Won't he do it though?
Real. Yes. For real, that is such a blessing. Thank you for sharing that because that's an amazing
I
story.
Doing everything you're doing before I even knew what you were doing because you could just tell from your energy you're doing some great stuff. Like,
I'm about to cry. Stop.
The excitement you bring, the readiness that you brought. You know what I mean? You're asking real questions and you're actually interested in what you're talking about. That's invaluable. So just hold on to that fire. Don't let nobody dim that, and don't let nothing make yourself doubt yourself. Like you are valuable. So please keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing for real.
Got a great interview voice. Great interview face. Great interview voice.
Yay! Thanks.
Because when you're being an interviewer, the voice counts a lot. That's like 90%.
Yeah, the voice matters.
Pleasant voice. How you say?
The voice matters for sure. The voice matters.
Hey, for sure. Matters, man.
I worked in radio, like at Radio 1 for 5 years in the promotions department. I thought I wanted to be a radio personality, but they wasn't listening to me, so I created, you know, my own platform.
You got to make your own path.
Your own path.
You're gonna be great.
Miss McKee.
Thank you.
What is it, Miss Polisher?
The Polished Lady. I'm about to go follow you on Instagram so you can know.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, please. We want to support whatever you got going on.
I'm gonna tag y'all. Y'all gonna see all the yellow. Y'all gonna know it's me.
All right, for sure.
The polished what?
Lady. L-A-D-Y. Yeah, that's me.
But we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Have a great one.
You too.